welcome back to Big Movie Mouth Off. Whew, seems like a long time, but we're still here at Brewie's Cinema Pub.
Not leaving.
Our hosts to review more movies. I'm Jeff Weiss with MSN Entertainment.
I'm Jimmy Martin with Slug Magazine. You can find Big Movie Mouth Off on Xfinity Channel 6, also on their on-demand system, Utah On Demand, Salt Lake Alternative. Just tons of films, just right there for you. Maybe that's how you found this one. Maybe it's not. And guess what? Now you found us.
Mm-hmm. Or if you advise people to watch this review, that's how they can find it.
There you go.
And this review, speaking of which, is of the new Judd Apatow comedy. This is 40. It's his sort of sequel to Knocked Up. Paul Rudd and Mrs. Judd Apatow,
Leslie Mann,
reprise their roles as the bickering couple who... He's a record label executive. She's the happy housewife of 2 kids. By the way, Judd Apatow and Leslie Mann's kids play their children.
That's how you keep the money in the family.
Yes, on the cusp of 40 with a variety of problems, including monetary, familial problems, business problems.
What are you doing? You've been in here for like 20 minutes.
Stop treating me like a child.
Some people
Stop it! This is a bunch of BS. You're acting like a bee.
You're so mean since your body got weird.
Isn't the music industry kind of a tough game these days?
I have responsibilities. I can't afford to sit in my apartment getting baked, watching porn, and going to Tommy's Chili Burgers at 3 in the morning. That's not even the order that happens in.
Why does it say 38 and not 40?
Because your mom wants to be 38. Let's not mention it again.
It doesn't seem like our lives should be this much work.
If your son insults my daughter again, I'll be so sorry.
You touched my nipple.
I got right below your shoulder.
I have very high nipples.
We're gonna blink and be 90.
What?
We have to make a choice to make things different.
Hey, buddy.
You should stop letting your dad make you feel guilty.
I can't lend you any more money.
Your mother wanted you aborted.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Don't let 40 hit you like it's 40.
Are those real?
Yeah, I'm just young.
Why do we fight?
I don't know. You get so mad at me. Sometimes I think you want to kill me.
I do want to kill you.
How would you do it?
I would poison your cupcakes that you pretend not to eat every day. I would enjoy our last few months together, but while killing you.
Okay, there's a snarky, critical nickname that's going around for this film.
I know exactly what you're saying.
And if you've seen a Judd Apatow film, this will not come as a surprise. This snarky nickname is, this is 40 minutes too long. This film is 135 minutes long. Yeah, conventionally comedies run 95 to 105 minutes.
And he never does that. So you walk in knowing this, so maybe it's not as bad now because we expect it from him.
Absolutely. Well, and again, funny people, Knocked Up, 40-Year-Old Virgin, all 2 hours plus. All 2 hours plus.
But for this film directly, I'm going to start off with performances because I think Paul Rudd's great in this film.
Absolutely. And that won't come as, I don't think that comes as a surprise.
Not so much, but for me, the one that is a surprise, I usually can't stand Leslie Mann. I don't enjoy her. I think she's whiny. But for some reason, she just clicks in this film for me.
Absolutely.
And I had a blast with her.
Right.
You know, and then
it's not just comic either. She gets, I would say, the dramatic heavy lifting in this film.
Sure.
Too.
Well, she's and that's the thing too that I kind of balance this film a little bit. You know, you said the situations, you know, financial situations. You know, he's got Paul Rudd's got a dad who just is a moocher, played by Albert Brooks, who, to me, and he's sneaking money off to his dad behind his wife's back, which I think is a very serious issue.
Absolutely.
That is just kind of thrown to the side, that they're just like, oh, he just is. I mean, and we're not talking like penny change. We're talking like thousands. You know, we're like, you know, if I ever did that with my wife, I'd be in such crap. And so, but they never really acknowledge it.
No.
And then the other part of it is that she does have a business. Leslie Mann owns a boutique where someone stole $15,000, something like that. And I'm like, these are big issues that like it just kind of just whatever.
Yes.
He's more inclined to just poop on the toilet with his iPad. Let's focus on that. And I'm like, well, it's funny. But, like, you've got some serious issues back here.
Yes, and I wish they would deal more with that. And, okay, Judd Apatow, I understand you love your children.
Mm-hmm.
are some strong subplots involving the children that
I think that's kind of the 40 minutes you could
lose
it because
Yes.
there's a subplot where the oldest daughter is obsessed with Lost. Well, that's funny, but not necessary.
It's not that funny. Yeah, it's not 40 minutes funny.
No, that's what I'm like. I really think those are the parts you could take out. I don't know if he's trying to make family home videos that he can watch when he's older with his kids growing up, but like do it on your own time and not mine.
No, because I really wanted him to focus more on those, and he does.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. He focuses on Paul Rudd and Leslie Mann, but there could be more on them.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, well, I think just more in depth with them because, like I said, I think a lot of the jokes and a lot of the story and a lot of the time is spent with these surface jokes of, like I said, pooping on a toilet with an iPad. Like it comes up like 3 times,
Yes.
or him eating cupcakes all the time. Like I'm like they're funny.
Yes.
But you've got better material that you're neglecting. I would say.
Or her personal trainer, played by Jason Segel, and his horniness.
Yeah, I mean that's good. And I'll say this though, Megan Fox shows up as a worker in the boutique who doesn't annoy me. So what the hell? You got a good performance from Megan Fox, a great performance from Albert Brooks, and
as Paul Rudd's father, who gets the best line in the film.
You've been saying it for weeks.
By far. That's all right, kid. Or that's right, kids. Line up in the backyard. Line up for murder.
Why would you have 3 kids anyway? I mean, you're 60 years old. You had no money.
Because Claire wanted a baby. If we didn't at least try, she would have left me. She was 45 years old. Nobody thought it would take. The doctor, when we're doing in vitro, was winking at me like, don't worry, don't worry. We were very unlucky. And now we have these 3 beautiful children.
He plays a dad who is much too old to have a bunch of little kids running around and just tire them. And I think are they triplets, if I remember right?
Yes, they are.
Good Lord. So, I mean, and watching him, I think, last year Albert Brooks was one of my favorite supporting actors who should have won.
For Drive.
For Drive. And I think he should get recognized for this with a little hint of we kind of screwed up for Drive.
Yes. He not necessarily that he deserves to win, but at least get a nomination.
Mention his damn name because the guy's doing some great stuff. And one kind of cameo that comes in here is Melissa McCarthy, who has one of my favorite scenes of all time of 2 parents bickering about their children fighting on Facebook.
Yes. Which actually leads to outtakes. So you should, if you go see the film, stick around through the credits.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, I mean, and that's an Apatow thing. There's so much improvisation that goes through it. But I think all the material's in there. Some a little bit too much.
Yes.
But I just think there's a little focus on the wrong things. But I give it 3 stars. I enjoyed it. If I kept thinking about it, I might start dropping to 2.5.
Yeah, and that's I think that's what I may have done is thought about it too much. Yeah. That's where I am is at 2.5.
Yeah.
Again, some very funny things, and this is definitely a step back in the right direction after he stumbled with funny people.
And then I liked probably 3/4 of funny people, but it was like that last 45 minutes.
Yes, that were interminable.
Yeah.
This is much better than that.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, that'll do it from us again here at Big Movie Mouth Off. And if you want to come see our reviews, check them out. You know where to find us, and we'll stay here and keep reviewing things for you nonstop. So next time.